just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for 20K. Like, it absolutely blows my mind that there are 20,000 of you guys out there somewhere in the internet that are willing to watch my foolishness and my shenanigans. I mean, one of the biggest assets people have in life is their time. So I'm super grateful that you guys thought that I am worth even 1 second of it. And I hope that I keep deserving your time going forward. 2019 was 20K. 2020, we're doing it, man. We're doing big. 100,000, inshallah. Okay, so if you guys have been following me on Instagram or Twitter or anywhere, you guys know that my entire studio is going through an overhaul, which is why part of this room is empty and you hear this like ridiculous echo. Hello? And because of that, I've been moving a lot of stuff out of my room and kind of just, like you see that, like there's just a lot of gear and a lot of stuff that's just sitting around. I've kind of moved like my entire filming setup and everything outside, and I'm in the process of currently getting new stuff and replacing everything that I had before. So yeah, there's a new studio coming. But until then, I thought that, you know, let me just set something up real quick so that this is actually somewhat presentable. like this place is super messy, man. Like, look at this. There's like literally just an open knife just sitting out here. Like, I've been like unboxing stuff and throwing stuff around. I got like a whole bunch of gear just sitting here trying to figure out what to do with it, where I'm gonna put it. I have like oh my god, like there's a diaper there. Okay, good. It's not used. What is up, guys? My name is Tausif Hussain and I have been out of commission for quite some time now, and it's been what, like 5 weeks? So I had like 10 solid weeks of commitment where I was like every week putting out a video, and then I don't know what happened, but I decided to take 2 weeks off, and that kind of turned into 5. Plus, like, I was like busy renovating my studio and it's still not done, but I figured enough is enough, and that's why I have this like weird blue background thing. I usually like having something a little bit more exciting, but I mean, I'll take what I can get. Okay, so welcome to my very first Q&A. This is #AskTH 1.0. Now, without further ado, let's get started. So I went on over to Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube in order to ask people if they had any questions for me, and I'm gonna read them off right now. Okay, so the first question comes from a good friend of mine, Alex, also known as Red Skull Pro. Minivan or sports car? If I had one choice, I would go with minivan, and honestly, because the van has changed my life. #van life forever, because that thing is amazing. Like, you can literally put down all the seats at the back, you can haul stuff in it, you can take 7 to 8 people with you. If I want to install a car seat, I can literally stand inside the vehicle and install that car seat. Like, albeit I'm pretty short, but I mean, I can do it. And it's just so comfortable. Like, if I'm going on road trips or if I'm doing anything, I could put a mattress in there and just flatten out the whole thing and lie inside and go to sleep. Like, I could sell this house and live inside that van if I had to. The second question comes from another friend of mine, Tom from Bite Review, who asks, which video on your channel are you most proud of? That is a super tough one. Honestly, that's really tough, because all my videos, they're like whenever I make something and I put something out, they're like my babies. Like I've created this, right? So it's like asking me to choose what is your favorite child, which is practically impossible to do. Like, I can't choose a favorite child, nor can I choose a favorite video. But if you had a gun to my head, I would have to go with Boosted Board versus Lamborghini video. Although it's not my best work, or it's not my best video, or it's not also my best performing video by any means, it was the video, it's one of the first few videos in my career where I actually went really out of my comfort zone. I tried to organize the entire like production of it. I got like a friend to help out with the drone flying who was good at it. I got somebody to come with their Lamborghini, a friend of mine, and to race me, and like it was the whole setup of it, and like multiple cameras and setting up different angles and setting up different drone shot angles, doing the run several times. Like, I learned a lot from just that shoot. And then even all the B-roll and just kind of like skating around town in order to get all the shots that I wanted to. So I feel like that video really kind of got me into my element of wanting to do more intros and wanting to do more cinematic stuff or skits or funny things, and kind of blend that into tech. So that made a big difference to me, and I learned a lot from that video. So I would have to go with that one, Boosted Board versus Lamborghini. Also linked up here in case you guys want to go check it out. Okay, so next question comes from Faisal Rashid, who asks, what do you recommend to new creators in terms of starting a YouTube channel? That's a good question, because I get asked that quite a bit. I would have to say, honestly, I would recommend for new creators to literally just get started. I think that was the toughest part for me as well. Starting out, I always wanted to create content, but it was always this barrier of something or the other, right? Sometimes it's like, okay, do I have the right gear? Do I have the right camera? Do I have the lighting, the microphones? If it's not that, then it is, what are people gonna think about me? What are my friends and family gonna say? What are the people at work gonna say if they saw my video, right? So there's a lot of reservations people may have, and I find like all of these things kind of build up into this like procrastination bubble that kind of really deter you from actually getting started. But one thing I learned is one of the major differences between majority of the people in the world is the ability to take action, right? And that's what really differentiates people. Like, I'm sure there's many times where, for example, you had like a business idea or you thought of something and then you didn't do anything about it, and then 2 years later you see somebody implement that and there's like an app that you had the idea for like 2 years ago, and somebody's doing that app out there and you're like, man, that was my idea, like I had that, right? And that has happened to me so many times. But the difference is that that person had the same idea and so did you, but they decided to take action, so now they're going to reap the benefits of it. So the world's kind of divided into people those who take action and those who don't. So my advice, take the action, get started, and actually record something and put it up. Okay, next question. Hope that helped. Next question comes from RJ Tech, who says, what motivated you to start a tech YouTube channel? I think it all started when I started watching Casey Neistat, and I think a lot of people say that as well. It was Casey who kind of like crafted that movement for a lot of people to jump into YouTube and start creating content and making things. So Casey inspired me to actually want to do something, and then I didn't actually start until I started watching Peter McKinnon and I listened to Gary Vee, who really pumped me up. And I remember there was a time where like I was working on my first video and I just wasn't able to post it or get it done, and I was watching Sam Kolder videos and his like year in review 2018, year in review 2017, like these videos really like pumped me up for some reason. I was like, man, I want to be like Sam Kolder. I want to like travel the world and like take photos and like shoot videos. And I would watch these videos again and again, and that served somewhat of a motivation for me to get started. Next question comes from Imad eVlogs. He asks, I want to know how you grew your channel, your strategy. What was the one thing that clicked, or was it very gradual? How did you grow that audience? Okay, so that's a really tough one, and honestly it differs quite a bit from person to person. Like the way I grow my channel may not work for everybody else, and the way other people grew their channel may not work for me. YouTube has gotten to a point where it's not fully saturated, but it's pretty darn saturated. So if you're starting to create content, it's very tough for you to stand out from the crowd because there's so many people putting out videos. So you got to do something that's different. So for example, what worked for me, I feel, is in all my videos, literally every single one, I've always started my videos with like a funny skit, or I'll have like a cinematic intro, or I'll do something different. Yeah, just be yourself. Use who you are to the advantage and try to stand out, differentiate yourself. Okay, next question. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, this was taking too long, so I had to go get some tea. Okay, next question. Original Me asks, #AskTH. I love how this is catching on, guys, by the way. Love it. Keep this going. What is your daily motivation? That is a tough one because my daily motivation changes based on which day you're talking to me on. So I would say one of my main motivations daily is wanting to do something of my own, wanting to build a business, a legacy, something that like has multiple income streams, something where that allows me to retire early, and something that allows me to enjoy what I'm doing, to be passionate with what I'm doing, and to actually take a genuine interest in building something. That payoff at the end, just knowing that inshallah that could be an option for me and I could get to that if I keep working hard at it, that's enough motivation for me to keep pushing. I hope that answers your question. So CJ Knows Tech asks, Canon EOS R or the Sony a7 III? Now, for those of you who know, who's keeping up with like my filmmaking stuff and what I used to film and everything, I've been filming with the Sony a7 III for pretty much the past year and a half. Like majority of my videos have been done on that, and I absolutely love that camera. Like I can't speak anything bad about that camera. There's a few quirks that I didn't like, obviously, with every camera. To be honest, I'm not going to be able to give the full answer that you know people want to hear. I haven't decided if this is the exact camera for me or not yet, but I gotta say I am actually really liking it. I'll be making a full review on this, comparing both the cameras, but overall I really am enjoying my time with this camera. The user experience and everything has been absolutely wonderful with this. However, I still do miss quite a few features that my Sony a7 III had, which I don't get with this. Okay, next question. Adam J. Matlock, also known as Tech Odyssey, what's up, dude? Asks, Snickers or Butterfinger? I mean, that's easy. Snickers, like hands down. I don't think I even remember the last time I had Butterfinger. Okay, next question. Daily Tech, dude, I love your stuff, asks, favorite apps for work/fun? I would say my favorite app for work is called Things 3, just because it really helps me organize my thoughts and organize all my ideas, like whether they're business ideas or video ideas or whatnot. It really helps me section what I want into each category, and it helps me clear up my mind. I'm somebody that like if I get all these thoughts in my mind, it's really tough for me to pull those thoughts out, and my brain gets a little bit overwhelmed. I use these things to kind of basically jot down my mind, and that's what really helps me function as a human being. For fun, I would say honestly, Twitter, YouTube and Twitter as well. Okay, next question. Hijabs and Aprons asks, how do you balance managing a family life with work and YouTube as well? Also, what, if anything, does your wife think/feel about you being a YouTuber? Did it ever worry her in any way? Salam. Walaikum salam, and good question. So how do I balance managing my family life with work and YouTube? Honestly, it's a struggle. Even till this day, like I really struggle with it, and something's got to give, right? You're not going to have time to, you know, do everything. So you have to start cutting things out of your life. And unfortunately for me, because I want to be able to build this business and this brand and try to do all of these things, my social life's suffering quite a bit, right? I don't get to go out and chill or hang out as much. I don't get to, it's tough, you know, especially with the kids, it's really tough. So yeah, it's my social life that really took a hit. And another thing that takes a hit is my sleep. My sleep also takes a hit here and there because I end up pulling all-nighters sometimes just in order to meet my deadlines and get the stuff that I want done. Your second question is, what does your wife think or feel about me being a YouTuber? She honestly is my toughest critic. Like my wife will literally rip me apart. Like the moment I'll make like a video, the first person I want to show or like a thumbnail or anything is my wife. So I'll show it to her and she will be like literally, why are your hands so dry? Why are your nails so ugly? What's up with the background? Dude, why is all that mess at the back? Dude, this video looks really bad compared to your other. Like she's my toughest critic, and I love that about her. But yeah, I mean, she's okay with it. She's supportive of it, and she's always been in my corner, always been supportive. And I don't think I would have been able to do this at all without the time and effort that she spent giving me. Wife calling, sorry. Okay, next question. Jay Woods Fit asks, right now I just have an iPhone 11 Pro. I want to get into YouTube and podcasting, but I'm wondering if I can get by with an iPad Pro or if I should just bring for a laptop. Thanks for your time. Loving the YouTube videos. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching my videos. My advice, get a laptop, because honestly, with the iPad, you can do a lot of stuff, but if you're video editing, it does get pretty limiting. Like I've used LumaTouch and LumaFusion app, like the LumaFusion app. And yeah, you can do a lot with it, but honestly, if you have a laptop, you can do so much more, and it also gives you a lot of room to grow. My advice, get the laptop, do it proper right from the start, and get on Final Cut Pro. Next question comes from Arif Khan, who's also a really good friend of mine. If one ditches Sony and joins Canon, is that akin to joining the Jedi or the Sith? Oh man, Arif, what a funny guy. So Arif's been on my case because ever since I switched from Sony to Canon, just to try it out, I mean, I haven't even officially fully switched. Like, I still have Sony lenses and stuff like that, so I'm still technically in both camps. So to be honest, I haven't decided yet which one I'm gonna keep. So your question is invalid, sir. Okay, so the next question comes from Ahmed Abdi. Are you in college or university? Damn, bro, do I look that young? No, I'm in neither, bro. So I've been out of university for 3, 4, 5, 6, over 6 years. I've been out of university over 6 years, but I'm kind of impressed, man. Thanks. If you liked this video and found it beneficial, then make sure you guys go ahead and crush that like button. If you like content around tech, gadgets, filmmaking, and lifestyle, then make sure you guys go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And as usual, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, sorry for the echo. As I mentioned, like, the entire studio's like completely in a mess. I just have like things everywhere, and I'm just trying to figure out positioning, and I still gotta paint all the walls and everything because I'm changing up like the color schemes and whatnot. And I have like a bunch of furniture arriving this week, so it's gonna be a busy time. So like my entire like setup here right now, let me show you what I'm doing. This is my setup currently, how I'm filming this video. So I have like my workstation there, but in order to film this video, all I'm doing is I have this setup here I have like these 2 tripods set up here, and I've kind of just used these handy little clips, which by the way are a lifesaver. Amazing. So I have kind of just put like a little background there, and then I have my Aperture 120D, and I'm using like this diffusion material to get like double diffused layers. Although I don't think I should be using the honeycomb stuff when I'm using diffusion, but maybe I'll experiment with it a little bit. I got my tripod there. I'm sitting on this dirty little stool, and then I got this mic over here. Oh, this I gotta talk about. So I'll be doing a video on my entire setup, but I got this idea from hold on. Yeah, I got this idea from Caleb from DSLR Video Shooter, and this thing is amazing. It's basically just a like an entire stand just for my audio setup, and man, this thing's working like a dream. But yeah, that's about it.